Hello, everybody. Hopefully you can hear us and see us. Hopefully you can't smell us, because we're here to bring the hot and spicy, the rankest, the odorist of video games cover. The best is what I meant to say.
Brutalist.
The brutalist. Here we go, folks. I'm joined by Jeff Kurtzman.
Brutal Legend 2. Catch it.
Alex Navarro.
A togi, motherfuckers. A togi. Bring that shit back.
Brad Shoemaker.
Some nice misdirection there. I know you actually meant Brute Force 2.
Well, they bought Double Fine, so
I know.
But also
Ben
both.
Pack.
Black 2, Jet Black, and he's in a plane now.
Jet Black, Jack Black. That's what I'm looking for.
Jet Li and Jack Black finally teaming up.
Oh shit!
Well,
For a
I'm
togi
actually into
3.
that.
How's everybody doing?
All right.
Yeah, good, great.
Yeah.
Jeff, you might be a little on the soft side, on the quiet side.
Thank you.
You're getting soft on games, Jeff. Just all these games, just love them too much. You just, you get in there and you're like,
I'm
man,
playing Ghost of Tsushima. That game's all right.
yeah.
It's all right.
What? How dare you?
I have not been playing it, so yeah, I've been playing that Paper Mario. That game's all right.
Yeah, that game's all right.
That game's all right. I'm gonna put a bed of the Xbox Showcase music underneath us, so we can
Okay.
kind of.
Am I less soft now?
Yes.
Yeah, you
yes.
sound good.
You're getting hard. Well, okay.
Great. Okay,
Why would
yeah.
you even say that? This is a family show. We're here to talk about video games.
It's time to get hard for video games. Like Fable.
You're joining
I
us.
cannot get hard for Fable. I'm sorry.
Well,
I
you're
only get hard for Fable over on my OnlyFans.
but I'm surrounded by a bunch of chicken chasers. It sounds like we're gonna watch
Chicken
whoa.
chaser?
I don't know what she's.
What the hell does that mean?
Oh man.
Bunch of tree jumpers over here. Wait, hang on.
Just take it from the top, Vinny.
Hi, you're joining us for the Microsoft press conference.
Let's do the real intro.
This is we're here to check out what Microsoft has on tap today, and I've heard that this is going to be their first party stuff because they've said
Green
that.
beer. Green beer. That's what
Green
we got on
beer. It's the best of John Spartan old ale, a hard cider, a hard Spartan. Gonna drink
tap.
it.
Rock hard. Yeah, it's Halo piss.
We're gonna get.
How does he go to the bathroom?
In this, I think that's in the books.
in
I
his
think it's in the
suit.
books. Read the book.
It's in
Read a
the
book,
books.
Brad. Jesus, Barrett. Read a book.
I read the Fall of Reach. They didn't address
And that book is called The Holy Bible.
You know who was the first Spartan?
Who?
Jesus. So we're gonna get started in about 10 minutes here. It's it says 11 minutes 30 seconds. We're gonna get Halo Infinite.
Halo.
Yeah, he's an angel. We're gonna get started in a little bit here, but we're definitely gonna see some Halo Infinite, or at least if we don't, there's a big problem. I suspect we'll see Forza. Have they announced that for real?
They have not.
Anything yet, but they did
like-
take a year off, so
Yeah.
it's due. It's overdue.
And I still feel like that's a good way to, when you're showing games on a console, a thing that's very grounded in a thing that people know. Maybe not so much of the last few months here, but like cars and the road and that sort of stuff. You look at it, you go, "That's a powerful console. Look at those cars."
I mean, it worked for
It's a
Sony.
dumb trick, but it works. Yeah, exactly. It worked for Sony. Like, yeah, Sony even felt the need to drag out like the smidgen of Gran Turismo that they had there to do that. So I think a Forza makes a ton of sense.
The shiniest of cars, the roundest of wheels, the most specular of highlights. It gets
Nürburgring has never looked better.
What else?
You
think,
you think they'll announce a Gear 6?
No.
We're kind of getting into that territory.
Maybe
If they do, it won't be. They won't show a lot if they do announce it.
I feel like
It's
that's
probably
like
always
something.
off.
Yeah, I don't know that because like if you think about it, ideally they have enough here that they don't need to talk about something that would theoretically be that far out. I guess. So I feel like Gears 5 is about a year old now, right? So
Something like that.
Jeez, is it that old? Oh my goodness.
I was playing it while I was out on my paternity leave.
Wow.
So
That sounds right.
It's somewhere in the range. Of a
Yeah,
year.
I
it
guess-
might be a little early.
I guess Tactics came out, which maybe is what I'm confusing.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
the truest of Gears games. And do you think we see a Fable?
Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah.
I think that's that
or
we're due.
whatever Playground is doing. If it's not a Fable, then
Is it a dark,
Yeah.
gritty reboot of Fable? Swords will bleed. and or is it? Do they try and capture the hit or miss humor of the originals, the Peter Molyneux-esque style of the original? I feel like that's a
guy
tough thing to do.
Yeah, dogs and fart jokes.
Yeah. It was very goofy. I enjoyed most of the Fable games, but they are very silly.
In this one, you will play as Milo.
Finally, I can break him out of the screen.
They let him out of his computer, and now he gets to do something.
He's been digitally aged, and is now finally ready.
And he's at the middle of this cube, and you have to work your way into the cube. And if you're the first one to digitally touch Milo, you become the new Peter Molyneux.
Don't.
Also, you go to jail. Also, you get locked up.
Yeah, so it's a win-win.
Great. Yeah, I think Fable makes sense. There's been some amount of Perfect Dark rumors kicking around, but that's for a studio, that's for a studio that's just getting off the ground, so it might be a little soon to have something like that.
Yeah, you can announce a game with a logo if you want.
What would that be?
Sure, but I
What would
think
that
like
be?
they
I don't know, man. I don't
What
know.
is that?
a third person stealth game is what the rumors I think were attached to.
Okay, sure.
So
okay.
yeah, and who knows? That could all
Who
be
knows?
absolute bullshit, but that's what kicked around for a little while.
I mean, I assume we've got to see at least a little bit more from some of the studios that they went on that acquiring spree to get, right? Like, at the very least, they announced... I mean, I know that Hellblade 2 was what Ninja Theory is working on, but there's at least 3 or 4 other studios that are still working on other stuff that I feel like they at least maybe throw a logo out there, or like, here's what our next project is that's going to be coming to Xbox and Windows.
How about price? We're getting near where pre-orders. I checked my PS4 and Xbox One pre-orders. They were around July and August, I think, or July or August.
That Aaron Greenberg tweet said just games.
Just games.
No,
okay.
No hardware news, no nothing.
Wow.
He
okay.
seemed pretty no nonsense about it.
All right.
Or it seemed like he was managing expectations.
All right.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah.
we got to get out there
Maybe we
soon
can-
with the price, and I assume pre-orders by end of summer will be up. So
But those rumors about the Lockhart model getting announced said August for that.
Okay,
I
so-
can see that being the big price
a-
reveal. Here's the expensive box and the cheap box.
you think they do another like hardware focused press conference style thing, or video at least? Okay.
Maybe?
Yeah, if they talked about doing these things like monthly at some point, so I could see that maybe being something for next month when they finally get there. But
It seemed pretty conspicuous to me that they have ceased production on the Xbox One X, but not the S.
yeah,
So that seems like I'm betting on some kind of 3-tiered strategy there. It's like
I think between that and the 12-month Xbox Live Gold memberships seemingly going off sale.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I think that they have some services talk to catch up on as well.
Well, they rolled in.
I could see the like the expensive Series X, the mid-tier Lockhart, and like a $99 Xbox One S or something like that.
They've rolled in
Going forward.
their streaming service, right? They're rolling that into Ultimate Game Pass. Is that
Kind of. I guess it's the wording is kind of vague, but it sounds like at launch you're only going to be able to stream games that are on Game Pass, not games that you own outside of that.
okay? Well,
There
maybe
seemed
we
to be
can do with a little
confusion around
clarification. All right.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
seems like a slow rollout. It's like a phased rollout or something.
About 30 seconds here. I'm going to put their pre-show up on the screen as well, so we don't miss any of the action here. But I'm excited for this one. I think Sony did a great job. I think EA and Ubisoft were kind of known quantities, so I'm hoping for some buzz, some excitement. In
So
this
I got pre-briefed on one small announcement for this yesterday that is not strictly first party.
Oh,
So
Interesting.
So there
Okay.
may be some non-Microsoft stuff.
great!
It seems like a partnership.
Lies are
type
starting
thing.
already. Great. How can I trust?
This seemed like a partnership type arrangement. So there may be some other companies involved here.
Can I just do a quick connection check? You guys all sending, receiving okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Vinny and Alex's video froze for me about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, has it unfrozen?
Nope.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take.
Oh,
this
you
thing.
just moved. You just moved.
I moved.
One frame. I got one. Yeah, I'm getting like one frame every 5 seconds from you. But
Good question from the chat. Are we going to see GTA 5?
Probably not.
Maybe it's that East Coast biz. Like that's how we do it on the East Coast. Who needs all the frames? We do it with half the frames. Or
yeah.
Did you guys see this this Xbox branded trailer for this game Exo Mecha that went up this morning?
I did not.
You should. I put it in. It's in Slack. If we have a chance to take a look at it, I assume it's going to be talked about here because it's got fat Xbox Series X logos all over it.
Oh, wait, hold on. I think I might. You guys still hear me? I think I
Yes,
might
yeah,
have.
still hear
The stream might have gone down. Wait, no, back up. There we go. Jeff, you're just a harbinger.
All right,
That's right.
I've always said this.
These robots are kicking each other.
dude.
That robot's on like a surfboard.
It looks like Cyber Fantasy Battlefield with a gigantic robot dragon.
Yeah, and they've
looks
got like
ridiculous.
swords and shields and guns. Oh god. Yes.
Okay. I think so.
Okay, I hope we see that.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
All right. Whew.
It seems like no Elden Ring, like Pam was kind of predicting. There's more articles coming out saying like, "Hey, don't expect to see this," which is a bummer.
Well, I mean, yeah, that just means that there's like more later, right? I mean, like if you think about that in terms of like what are the big games they're not showing, and hopefully that means that they've got big shit here, right? They need
Hopefully.
that. I think between what Sony did and I think you know where they are in their kind of news cycle for the ramp up to pre-orders and selling the console and stuff, like this I think needs to be big news about big first party games, because I think that's the big hole. All they've really committed to is like, yes, we'll have Halo this holiday and nothing else. So with that in mind, this had better be a big showing for them with games that are like ready at or around launch, because if they like, and that's why like if they're gonna, you know, if like Gears 6 doesn't make sense, because if they're getting out there and saying like here's a logo and yes we're making it, then that's a problem, like because they need to have games now for launch and that window. So I
think
I feel like
Everwild
you can
could be
get
one of those.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more of that because Sea of Thieves really wasn't for me, so I really want another rare game in my life.
We got about 2 minutes here. Once this starts, for those watching live and for those watching this pre-recording, I may have to find the volume. So
Yeah, real quick. There's no sound on this pre-show, right?
there is.
there
Oh,
is
yeah.
sound
Oh,
on
yeah.
the pre-show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not getting any.
There's music.
Yeah.
It's been
There's
playing this
music.
vaguely like bad I can't feel my face like royalty free version for the last half hour.
Yep.
Yeah, there is music for sure, and I'll try and dial it in once we start here. So you might see my mouse on the screen, the whole business. Hey, T3, you've been here before 5 times this year. 4 times? How many times have we done this? Enough. It's enough.
At least 4.
This is it. We're nearing the end of the summer of E3, summer of not E3.
Finally.
A few more things, maybe some other stuff, but some other
Like
companies.
we're running out of announced things. There's the end of August Gamescom opening night stuff. But yeah,
There's some other places, third parties have, or at least and first parties have said they might do a couple of other like Cyberpunk folks, and the Ubisoft might have more streams. I don't know if we'll be doing all those. I don't know if we'll be doing those. 1 minute.
They did some.
I would if
pre-show
Ubisoft
stuff.
said, "Hey, we're going to talk about other games that you are more than just the 3 games you already knew that were coming out." That potentially sounds more interesting. Besides, who knows who will even be running Ubisoft by the time we get there?
I don't know.
Good question.
That's a good question. That panda.
Apparently, they announced Hello Neighbor 2 in the pre-show.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey,
What
I'm
everyone
on.
was asking
This
for.
is the pre-show, folks. Hello Neighbor 2. I want to announce that right now.
What?
Yeah. Thanks for
Oh,
joining
great!
us.
I've been dying for that because
There-
wasn't Hello Neighbor the game that like there's like a cartoon, all this other stuff, and they thought the game was going to be some big Five Nights at Freddy's style hit, and then it tanked or something. Is that Hello Neighbor?
I thought it actually is huge.
Okay,
You know, there are books for Hello Neighbor that I see when I go to my son's book fair, and that always surprises
Jack
me.
confirms that Hello Neighbor is a gigantic thing.
okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I
It's-
thought like all the non-game stuff did really well, but maybe the game didn't catch on or something.
There's
maybe
another
I'm just-
world of video games out there. There's like a parallel universe with like games you don't think are. They timed their music. Here we go.
we
Minecraft
go.
2.
Here we go.
Minecraft 2.
Minecraft 2.
Yes.
Minecraft 2.
The blocks are round.
Peggy 18. Minecraft 2.
Minecraft Steve.
Error on the side of loud.
Halo 9? Wait.
Gears 8. Fable 7.
Xbox One.
Xbox One. Okay, yeah. Gotta say, this stream running at a nice frame rate.
Yeah.
Those titles really smooth.
Dang, Fable right out of the gate.
This is how they produce every new Xbox. It's very expensive.
I'm gonna make it a little louder for the stream here. If it's too loud, people in chat let me know. But sometimes
Is this Master Chief's grappling hook?
This is Blinks' new time sweet.
Is that how they made it?
it's how they make a body for Cortana.
We put a microphone on old Xboxes to get the sound effects of this grappling
Wait,
hook.
that's Cortana. So wait, that totally is the grappling hook,
literally
isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
This is the beginning to Westworld.
Even though this technology will save humanity in the war to come, I must remind
It's a halo.
myself,
You are the Halo.
liquid crystal cannot rise on its own.
Please do not get Master Chief wet.
They should have made the
Titanium
Xbox
alloy
look like this
cannot
big
prevail in the
floating
face of
cylinder.
extinction.
This is just a pre-order bonus for Halo Infinite.
Armor cannot
The
help.
whole space station.
Yeah.
I'm the Master Chief. Push A. Push
No.
A to
All
initialize.
means nothing
Look up. Down,
Erase
down.
my saves.
until you step inside.
Infinite Master Chiefs. Yes, push the menu button.
Show the game.
They did it.
It's like kind of a bummer to see that because it's like, man, that's what an E3 demo would look like.
Wait, what did we lose?
This is death.
Everything.
Vinny, I'm seeing a lot of requests to bump the stream audio a little bit.
I bumped it a little bit.
This isn't happening. I'm going to have to make an emergency landing. Hold on, Chief.
Oh, more like the fall of each player.
Oh, is that the guy's name?
Each, yeah.
Johnny and
Baron.
Each.
No,
Wake up, dude. We haven't gotten to gameplay yet.
you. I can't stand this. Who you are.
Breathe.
No, you don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell me anything.
What is it?
We're. Are you even listening?
I count 3 anti-aircraft cannons.
3 what?
You'll be safe here.
Oh, I'll be safe. Safe? I haven't been safe since I found you. I found you, remember? You were out there on your own, and you'd still be out there if it wasn't for me. I thought I was going home.
There won't be a home if we don't stop the Banished.
You keep saying that. We're outgunned, outnumbered. I know I saw condors over there. I'm going to dig through them and find one with the working sleep space drive. And when you're done with this war, we'll get away from here. Far away.
Wait here.
Oh, please. Let me see what I can find.
Cannons first. When I get back, we can look. Together.
Okay, big guy.
Aw, Cortana used to call him that. That is some Halo. That looks like Halo.
Yeah. And he's haloing.
I don't know why I thought he wouldn't be haloing,
Yeah.
but he is totally haloing.
Drop a warthog. There it is. Man, they're just fucking haloing out of the gate.
Let's halo some more.
They need to give you everything so then when they introduce the weird stuff,
Uh-huh.
people aren't freaking out too much.
It has to still drive like the warthog, right? I feel like they can never change that.
Yeah, they made that mistake. Oh, here we go.
There's your map.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go.
View missions.
Upgrades.
Start mission, yeah. It's an open world game, huh?
Yeah.
Climb that halo, and it'll reveal more of the map.
Nice jump, Master Chief. Here's 500 upgrade points.
That's right. Well, listen. These Covenant don't have like numbers over their head and like skulls.
They're not dropping.
Oh, they haven't gotten to the skulls yet.
Where are my skulls at?
Has there been any ADS so far?
Yeah.
Besides that scope just now?
I guess not. Actually,
By ADS, do you mean aim down sights?
Aim down
I
sights,
just
yeah,
recently learned what that means.
like the Call of Duty style of shooting. I wonder if they're moving away from that.
well, it didn't work. You know, like I think that made me like the Halo multiplayer a little bit better. But it's, there you go.
Hey. That was kind of a weak showing for the first round.
Yeah. Like, I feel like.
Listen, gotta build up.
I want to see some Devil May Cry business with a grappling hook. Give Halo a combo meter while you're at it.
I hope this plays every time you take an elevator.
I know Master Chief says, you know, we didn't need this elevator here for loading. Just
That's
want
right.
to let you know. Just want to remind you.
Do you think you could walk all the way around the Halo?
Why
I would
walk
hope
when you
so.
can ride? Man, I'm gonna have to go back and read a lot of wiki pages. I don't even remember. Where does this take
Don't worry,
place?
I'm not sure it's that important.
They'll fill you in on what you need to know. Remember, Cortana was
evil
crazy,
at the end, right?
rampant.
Rampant.
And for as much as the story in that game was not amazing, I do think that like the concept of Cortana's rampancy and like saving her from that or whatever they end up doing with it. There you go. That's cool.
So,
Like that story is something I think like worked pretty well.
so that happened very quickly. Did you guys see if there's like, are there grapple points or can you just do it on anything?
No, it looks like he's just grappling.
Yeah.
Because that could be a lot of
Grapple
fun.
things to you. You can grapple through things.
Breath of the Wild influence still being felt. Just
What?
let you do the thing on anything.
You see that Halo? You can grapple it.
This is like Just Cause.
I mean, there are way worse things you could do to Halo than have like a Just Cause influence, right? I mean, yeah.
Yes, if you can stump position on the Warthog, I'd be very, very impressed.
Yeah. It's Spartan position, please.
Gosh, imagine you can have multiple people in a Warthog and use the grapple to like take really tight turns and stuff.
Oh, you know, it totally makes sense. With the melee being so important in this game, grappling to a guy so you can finish it off with your melee is a great idea.
Yeah, that's good.
This looks neat and this looks like a lot of fun to play.
The UNSC lost this war months ago. Your people
Thanos?
are broken, scattered.
What's that dude doing? He's just hanging out, just jumping around in the ship. Oh,
I
okay, this is all flashbacks.
Hey, look, it's Halo.
wish I could tell you it was difficult, but it wasn't. We are one step ahead, always. The ring is already under our control.
And that guy from Halo
the
Wars 2.
Victorium as well.
Sure.
The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will of Atriox.
Okay, Harbinger, Banished, Atriox. Got it. I will look.
Those are your 3 wiki pages. Take a look at.
Yeah.
You'll be quizzed on this tomorrow.
You enter those 3 words on the website, you get a free Taco Bell box.
Here you now stand.
Scar over his
This is my last fight. A true test of legends. Our story will outlive us both.
Finish the fight.
Set a fire in your heart, Spark. I
Weird guy to give the motivational speech, for sure.
That's a real missed opportunity to not have like spittle on the camera or like have him fogging up that
Seems
lens.
to have gone down again.
Oh?
That's back. Seems like it's back. And maybe Twitch is just buckling.
Yeah, I mean a lot of people on here.
Yeah,
My
there's
connection
a
seems to
quarter
be
of a million
going.
people watching this this Twitch stream. Not ours, but the official.
We hope you
It's
enjoyed your first look at
500,000
Halo
watching
Infinite's
ours.
campaign.
Yeah.
I'm incredibly proud of the team at 343, and we're thrilled to share a hint of the epic battles that await you on the next chapter of Master Chief's journey. This is the most ambitious campaign we've ever created at 343. For the first time, players will have the freedom to explore a mysterious new Halo ring that's several times larger than our last 2 Halo games combined. Halo Infinite has been built from the ground up to take full advantage of Xbox Series X. Bigger battles, epic vistas, more complex visual effects.
Vista,
displayed
great.
With 10 times the processing power per pixel.
We can only show you
of
the
Halo
stuff that
5.
was in the E3
This will be
demo.
running at a
Yeah.
flawless 60 frames per second and will allow us to bring the Halo ring to life in ways that have never been possible before. We look forward to sharing even more about Halo Infinite in the coming months, including the first look at multiplayer. And now, please enjoy a glimpse of what others in the Xbox Game Studios family have been working on.
Good start. Nice gameplay. Game looks fun.
World premiere.
I'm excited.
And
for
they
games
didn't
again.
make it the entire linchpin of this stream, which I appreciate.
Well, we'll see.
Tell me the story.
That dude ending his thing with saying, and now here's a glimpse of what other people have been working on. It's like, I'm not here for glimpses, man.
State of Decay.
Yeah, I was totally gonna say this might be a new Undead Land stream.
Yeah.
That dog just wanted some food, man.
Humans are the real monsters.
Whoa.
That was cool.
Nice looking environment if this were gameplay, but I'm pretty sure they would have said this was gameplay. If this were gameplay.
Yeah.
I just saw 3 people in chat say the first of us.
It's pretty. Uh-oh.
Oh, you shouldn't
Sleepy
have yelled at
time.
that dog.
Uh-oh. Zombie donkey.
Oh, jeez. No one. Come on now.
Shouldn't you have to know the name of this game?
No date. State of Decay 2 is a very good game. That's exciting.
Did State of Decay 2 have zombie
Welcome
animals?
everyone to the
I don't think
Xbox
so.
Game Showcase.
Man, Phil's
Today,
home green screen.
we're
looks pretty
showing
good.
games from 9 of our 15 Xbox game studios,
Playground games,
including
there you go.
unveils of 5
Rare.
new first-party games.
Oh yeah.
What you will see today
Minecraft 2.
is how
Minecraft 2
Xbox
real.
Game Studios are harnessing their
Man.
passions to bring their dreams to life. We believe
Phil
that how
stepped it
you
up from
find
his,
and play your games
Ubisoft footage
is
you gave
as
him, huh?
important as the device you play them on. Xbox Game Pass is the best way to discover and play, and we want you to be able to experience as many great games as possible. So Game Pass members, you can play every game you see today from your subscription or free to play. These games will look and play best on Xbox Series X, delivering unmatched fidelity, performance, precision, and immersion. And we've designed the most consistently powerful next-generation console. And we've built state-of-the-art platform technology to allow every developer to realize their full vision.
Consistently powerful is a
One
really
studio
interesting
that has always pushed the limits
slice
of
of
our
distinction
hardware
there.
is Turn 10.
With when you think about like how
And
they were
they're
like, well, we're not
early in
using boost mode
development on
clocks.
The next Forza Motorsport.
Yeah.
And
There you go.
Xbox Series X is bringing them closer to their dream of unprecedented realism with ray tracing and native 4K resolution, all at 60 frames per second. The
Cars.
trailer you're about to see was captured completely in-engine.
Show me the cars.
We are definitely getting to a
World
point with some of this stuff
premiere.
where they show shots. I'm like, I don't know, is that real life or is that a game?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that Phil Spencer, is that real? I don't know.
But I feel like I said that about like the photo mode stuff in like Gran Turismo 3
Sure.
or 4
Sure.
also. Like
Yeah.
at times you'd go like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, look at the pebbles.
I mean, I'll say the same thing here I said about Gran Turismo on that Sony stream. Sending this out at 1080p on a stream is probably not giving you the full effect of what you are actually going to be seeing here, but it still looks real good.
Yeah, that being said,
version of this, like
their stream looks nice.
Yeah.
Are they taking the number off it?
Yeah,
Just the gritty reboot.
Yeah.
it should be the FORZA Motorsport.
The only reason I could tell that was an engine was because all the drivers were just wearing their helmets looking at those screens. I suspect they would not do that. But I also suspect faces might have ruined the effect.
Yeah.
Our world has a rhythm. We all sense it. But only a few truly feel it.
EVERWILD? Is that the name of this?
Yeah.
Why can I never remember the name of this?
Because it's not
It is
Viva
found in
Pinata
the
3.
smallest moments,
Yeah, EVERWILD.
in every step of a perilous journey,
That thing is right to be upset. He almost died.
in the symmetry of ritual, in the bonds we share.
That's some pretty good looking fur.
Yeah. Look at that little
Instead of
mustache.
pinatas, they're all just giant animals now.
And in moments of stillness,
I want to protect all my animal friends.
it teaches us to look beyond the expected. To be
What
alive
if
was a
in
nightmare.
dark
Yeah, the
places.
giant fudge hog.
Check it out. So they're giant
To
animals,
seek
but they're also
answers.
snacks.
There you go. Love it.
I don't know why this is like has like
To
a
stand watch.
Jumanji,
Over our
Ready Player
world.
One. These people are stuck in a video game vibe. I don't know if it's because it looks very good and there's all these disparate elements.
Our world has a rhythm. We all sense it,
No,
Are these the people that hex the moon?
but only a few truly
No, those are the
feel
TikTok
it.
witches.
Uh-oh. Is that good?
They seem okay with it. What is that game?
Yeah,
it
they
looks
showed
nice,
they showed
but I
like
wanna
no
know-
adversity. It was just like we're just hanging out.
I mean, that tree.
I want to
I mean,
know
have you
what
played
that
Sea of
is.
Thieves?
Oh,
EVERWILD
find
will
out.
give to you a magical and untamed natural world for you to explore and to just truly lose yourself in. It's a place to be eternal. And Eternal has the gift to sense and feel how magic flows through nature and connects every living thing. The team here at Rare are so excited to be working on something like EverWild, and I hope you're excited too. But I just want to take this opportunity to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone who's shown their support and love, and for the incredible, awesome, positive community that's already growing around this game. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Huh.
That doesn't
Alright.
sound too unlike the pitch for Sea of Thieves, you know? It's like, doesn't
Right.
sound very goal-oriented. It's just like, it's just a place to be, and do stuff.
There's some
Love you,
animals.
Mom. You seeing what I'm seeing?
Mom?
Allison?
Yeah.
It doesn't
Dude,
matter
don't nod game.
that they don't believe us.
We all believed that what happened that night was self-defense. But we couldn't be sure.
It doesn't matter that they kept us apart.
Brother, sister, we look out for each other.
It doesn't matter that finding the truth feels impossible.
We're all done with fairy tales.
The only thing that matters is you're
Is
my
this jacket.
brother.
It's a cool jacket.
And the only way to move forward is to keep looking back.
We've been getting these visions whenever we see or hear something really emotional. Everything we thought we knew about Marianne just got thrown out the window.
She loved you.
She attacked you. We both saw it.
I thought coming here would be closing a chapter of our lives.
Nothing good comes from stirring up old memories.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
We don't really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son.
There's your local sheriff.
I can't do this. Stop!
Huh. So but that's third party, right?
Yeah,
Well,
it's on Game Pass. You know, they said at the top that all of this would be Game Pass.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be first party.
Yeah.
Whoa. What are they doing with this?
Hey everyone, my name is Gennady. I'm the co-founder and director of technology at Moon Studios. Today we're very excited to tell you that we're working on a very, very special version of Ori and the Will of the Wisps, specifically for Xbox Series X.
Nice.
We're now at a time where we can reach levels of fidelity and
the
frame rates previously
Xbox version of that game
absolutely
is
impossible on any console.
Kind of
Oh,
chill.
A
really?
really gorgeous game like Ori can now run at 120 Hz refresh rate in full 4K HDR in its highest quality, delivering unprecedented game feel with silky smooth animation, super crisp, sharp image.
Did it ever come to
low
PC?
Beautiful
input
game.
latency,
It
which
did.
is
Yeah,
just
it's on
so
PC.
important
Does it run better
for the
there?
tight and precise
Oh,
platform
yes,
feel
absolutely.
of
I've seen
this
some people
game.
in chat say they eventually
We can
fixed that
also
Xbox
boost the
version.
immersion in different
Yeah, they
spaces
patched it
in
a
our
bunch.
world by using premium audio tech that we previously just could not simulate in real time. And with all of this crazy hardware power, we can give our players more options with how they want to play our game. We can't
game
wait
came
for
out this
all of
year.
you to experience this very special version of Ori
That was
coming
this
to
year,
Xbox
God.
Series X with smart delivery later
Wait, this year? How is that even possible?
I don't know.
This year was 18 years ago.
Yeah.
The longest year.
From
Oh,
the
yeah, I was gonna
furthest
say, this
reaches
looks like-
of the universe comes the biggest mystery in the galaxy.
An abandoned research facility, and now shady corporate intrigue.
Marvel of the Gorgon asteroid.
Wait,
A
now
solid
they're putting
stopover.
corporate intrigue into Outer World?
Full of salacious secrets and scandalous strangers.
Greetings, attractive patron. You are looking downright unlawful today.
With the right kind of case,
They wanted us to develop a miracle drug.
can put you on the wrong side of a gun. Or sword. Or this thing. Thrills. Danger.
Is this new content or is this just
Intrigue.
looks like it?
A word of
Yeah, I
advice
think it
before
is.
you go, Captain. Trust no one.
It should be illegal to put that in free.
What
Or
will
just
you
in-game.
find on Gorgon?
Or it should be something that they force into every single thing.
You should have like 10 different people tell you that.
If you're waiting for the biggest game of the year,
Oh man.
then wait for Cyberpunk. But if you're ready for the smallest,
Did they just make Honey I Shrunk the
we've got
Kids,
you
but a game?
covered.
Okay. And Fortnite.
Also with Fortnite.
What?
Obsidian
No.
Entertainment,
video game.
the makers of games that are
That was
nothing
funny.
like
I like
this
this.
one. This summer, strive together to thrive together. Or just feed your friend to the spiders and go solo.
Survive the yard.
I hope Rick Moranis is getting paid.
Just like prison.
I always hope.
Nope. Turn this off. Turn the stream off. Shut it down.
This would be the first good game of Battletoad is in.
Oh, did it go down again?
Yeah, I think so.
Back up. You said turn it
At
off.
Obsidian,
Don't
we're
do that.
dedicated to pushing narrative and role-playing games. It's something we do every day when we come to the office, and we can't wait for you to play our next great adventure, Peril on Gorgon. It's the first of 2 planned story expansion packs for the Outer Worlds that we're putting together with our friends from the Private Division. Now, it's also important that we continue to evolve how we tell stories in games, and Grounded is the perfect example of that. The team has been working for the last 2 years on how to tell an Obsidian story within a survival game. Now, what's great is that you're going to be able to play the game on July 28th on Xbox Game Preview and on Steam Early Access. We want to hear from you, and we want to continue to build Grounded together.
28th?
Oh, yeah. If you've been wondering, we have been working on that next big Obsidian RPG. Check this out.
Oh.
Oh?
World premiere.
Just a dude typing in his house. It's like, yeah, coding over here.
The Outerer Worlds.
We have always known war. It forged our empire.
Man, these guys are good.
Turned heroes into queens and kings.
This guy's got to be at least like
Decimated
level
our
60.
foes.
Wow. Big of a shot.
It's a skeleton.
Now our oaths are lost. Forsaken. And you must face the monsters our sins have borne.
Yes. Connect game.
Is an oath worth the weight of a crown.
Huh. Not a current gen compatible game.
It'll probably be a while before it's done. So
yeah. Just haven't seen many of those yet.
Yeah.
Avowed is an expansive first-person RPG set in the fantasy world of Eora. When Obsidian Entertainment joined Xbox Game Studios, they told us that this epic game is the one they want to make. As creators of critically acclaimed RPGs, this is Obsidian at their best, and it is being built from the ground up.
I hope
Take
Abby
full
is,
those other two
advantage
games they
of
showed.
power
I hope Abby is
Xbox
watching this and she
Series
can finally
X.
see that Matt Booty
At
is a real
Xbox
person.
Game Studios,
Yeah.
we also work with independent developers, always with the goal of empowering them to bring their ideas to life. I'm excited to announce our work with Interior Night, a new studio led by some of the most talented storytellers in our industry. Let's meet Caroline Marshall, studio head of Interior Night, to debut their original game.
Bonjour, I'm Caroline from Interior Night. Our team is really passionate about interactive storytelling because when you play a story, you step into the character's shoes. You get to experience their fears, their hopes, their conflicts firsthand. And in the process, you learn more about yourself. And this is quite powerful. Our first game spans 30 years in the American Southwest. It's a story about family, resilience, and sacrifice. But most of all, it's about how you will shape the fate of real, flawed people trying to find their way in a world they don't fit in. I hope you enjoy the trailer.
Responsibility for me. I can't even shape my own fate.
World premiere.
Look, I'm not here to learn more about myself, okay? I already know too much.
Fortune, smiling fate. I haven't seen you much of late. I need you now, cannot wait, but when I look, you're not around.
We were
Most
on our way
flawed
to
person
starting
is
a
whoever
life
wrote that
at
song. Am I right? Oh.
For our family, it was just a stopover.
For mine, it was the end of the road.
On the ground, now!
The sun went down on all of us that day. Was it fate? Coincidence?
I feel like I shouldn't, but I kind of like this art direction.
It was a
in this.
long-forgotten secret. Buried in the dark.
I think this looks good.
It's like almost like that, a Scanner Darkling style.
Yeah.
It feels like an evolution
All my
of
life,
the
I've been
Telltale
scared of
art
the
style,
shadows.
kind of, to me. I don't know.
But
Like just the
now,
way the characters look.
I'm finally ready to step into the light.
They called it an interactive drama, so is this really just kind of a high-budget
I got
visual
your
novel?
Yes, I think that it's probably a safe assumption.
Yeah.
Here at Ninja Theory, we're hard at work on all of our projects, including Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, which we announced at the Game Awards back in December. An incredible 3.5 million players have now experienced Senua's story in Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. We're excited to start giving you an insight into what comes next for our Celtic Warrior, an experience that we'll be building in Unreal Engine 5 for Xbox Series X and PC. I'm happy to reveal today that Senua's Saga will be set in the beautiful country of Iceland.
Oh, they got the Iceland license. Okay.
And you can find out
Exclusive.
more about our location
Did it all for the
scouting
tax
and
breaks.
how we've discovered the history of our setting in a brand new behind-the-scenes development diary, which you can view straight after the show on the Ninja Theory YouTube channel.
She looks very angry.
I mean, did you play that first game?
It's been so touching to see the impact that Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice has had on so many players, and we're incredibly thankful to all of the fans that have been part of Senua's story so far. And we're excited for you to be part of our development journey from here on out.
Okay, this is a different game.
Yes.
Iceland looks crazy. This is double fun, right?
We're gonna need at least a full second of black between these two games. I forgot all about that this game hasn't come out. And,
What? Peter, he's been sitting there the whole time? Hey, who wrote the song?
Peter.
Oh, Peter. Fantastic work. Love the song.
Very much.
It's going to be fun to sing it. Now it's time
This guy looks just like the
rock.
Brutal Legend guy.
Shall we start rocking?
Probably been a long time since you've had a visitor. I hope you don't mind pop-ins. Where are we?
Shh. It's a quiet place.
Lost alone, neither skin nor bone.
the size of a music stand.
Just a thought is all I've got.
No, it's a normal sized music stand. Jack Black actually shrank. It's a
At
tragedy.
the bottom of a lake,
They borrowed that obsidian tech to shrink him
a
down.
frozen feeling. When my friends pulled me back up, I started Now I can feel out the galaxy and hear the flow of time.
I don't. Look,
But now I see
Yeah.
There was a point in my life, I think a lot of people maybe were there, where I listened to a fair amount of Tenacious D. They were doing those shorts after episodes of Mr. Show, and they were funny. I don't dislike Jack Black, but I have no interest in this.
I am enjoying. I'm enjoying his interpretation of psych rock, but yes, I'm with you.
I like it. I don't know. It's so inoffensive to me that I'm just like,
yeah, I don't have anything against it. I'm not into it necessarily, but
I'm not going to seek it out. But
yeah,
fits this.
Where's Kyle?
Yeah, that was my question.
Yeah, poor KG.
Well, Jack Black hangs out with Tim Schafer. I don't think Kyle does.
It's fucked up.
You saying Kyle's got more important things going on?
I hope he does. I really do. I hope Kyle's okay.
Kyle, if you're out there, please reach out.
Just let us know you're all right, man.
Didn't they come to the office one time? Did I dream that up?
That seems like something that would have happened. I don't. Probably. I don't know. They were they were in an episode of Button
the
Mashing.
amazing games
or
built
Jack
by
Black was, at
Xbox
least.
Game Studios, and there is just so much more for you to play on Xbox. We are partnering with thousands of creators, from the largest publishers to the smallest independent developers, to bring you the broadest variety of games ever. There is one developer in particular that is close to us, not just geographically, but in history too. I'm thrilled to announce that this fall, our friends at Bungie will bring Destiny 2 to Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass. If you are one of the more than 10 million Game Pass subscribers, you also get access to all current Destiny 2 expansions starting this September. For Game Pass Ultimate members, Destiny 2 will also be playable on mobile from the cloud.
How many more things do I have to link?
Later this year, Bungie will also release a new version of Destiny 2 that is optimized for Xbox Series X. 4K resolution running at 60 frames per second. Here's an all-new look at Bungie's Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
It's just got pushed back.
I've seen
So when?
terrible things born out
November
in
or
the
something?
darkness.
From September?
Every moment brings them closer.
Perhaps they wanted to
It's
time it to
step
something.
beyond the light.
They're ice powers now.
Yeah, they're adding a fourth element.
Oh man.
Are you saying that there was no ice in this game prior to this, that they just had to invent ice?
Yep.
Brad, what's the current, what we got on the level score, or a gear score?
Oh man, I played the first mission of this season and then haven't touched it since then, so
exactly what I did.
Not the person to ask, unfortunately.
If I said I'm about 400 something, does that get your bell ringing?
Oh well,
You could spend about 5 minutes playing the game and be like 7 something.
They'll drop you gear
Yeah.
pretty quick. They'll get you back in. Not a problem.
They will not be getting me back
This
in.
is Destiny 2 that you can play any way you want thanks to Xbox Game Pass. Some of the world's most inspired developers are working on games for Xbox Series X, and we're just honored to be able to collaborate with them. Xbox Series X will empower both new and experienced creators to bring the future of games to life like never before.
That's a big fan.
Unique
It's a big fan.
perspectives,
It's
unexpected
large.
innovations, and fresh
a big
voices
box.
that demand to be heard and that we can't wait for you to discover. All of the games you're about to see are being built to launch exclusively on Xbox consoles. Thanks and enjoy.
World
Xbox
premiere.
consoles.
And PC?
Launching. on
Feel like a
consoles.
lot of. Is this Stalker or whatever? No, the GSC Game World.
I mean, that looks like some Stalker.
It's that Call of Duty 4 mission.
Yeah.
You love that Call of Duty 4 mission.
Yeah, they picked Stalker back up. Like they canned the game and then uncanned it. I think.
I think
couple
you're right.
years ago. Is that what it was? Yeah.
I remember they announced that they were working on a new thing,
yeah,
but I
look at
haven't really
that.
paid too close attention after that.
That is a stalker.
People sure do like Stalker.
So, like that movie.
Yeah, the movie's great.
So is this a Stalker remake?
I believe it is a new game, not a remake. Unless this is a different thing than the thing that they just said they were working on a while ago. But
I look forward to them reaching out to Tarkovsky's grandkids to announce the new Tarkovsky cinematic mode.
Stalker photo mode is a really funny concept.
Literally Stalker 2. Okay.
Hang on. Wait.
yeah.
Huh.
They canceled
Okay.
it and then said, "Oh, by the way, we're working on that again."
I thought there had been quite a few Stalker games.
They did make
Yeah, there was like
follow-ups
a
to
prequel
Stalker
or something.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was never Stalker 2.
Oh,
I'm
really?
with you, Brad. I'm surprised that he...
The second Stalker game.
I really thought there was a Call of Pripyat.
Yeah, and I think there was another one after that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Last Light? No.
It's called Metro. Now listen, I know I left my keys here somewhere. Just find them. Let's get out of here.
My Lord Inquisitor, I've reached a term of prime and begun our investigation.
Is this a Warhammer?
What has been sent into
It's
such
Fat Shark.
Yeah.
There you go.
Determine the full
What
extent.
solves that?
Okay.
Oh, huh. You think they're just doing the Vermintide thing except 40K?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope so.
That sounds all right. I'm not even into Warhammer. That sounds all right.
Yeah. I like the Vermintide. Oh, yeah. Yep, that's a Vermintide. Forward right there.
Got tied. All right, sure.
It's
What do you think that game's like?
Tide.
What do you
I
getting
appreciate.
ideas?
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah. Next year.
Man, sure.
World premiere.
I went back and played a bunch of that. It's good. It's a good game.
Vermintide or Vermintide 2 or either one. Yeah, they're good.
A Vermintide of any kind.
They're very they're very Left 4 Dead, which is good.
It's good in doses. Like, play it for a month and don't touch it again for a while.
There you
It
go.
is.
Well, that guy.
Yeah.
This is what I got the brief on.
Okay. Is this just Illuminate? No. What? Oh, this is okay. Yeah.
Hey, I recognize one of those people.
I recognize another one.
Hey, this is a good game.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it is.
If you haven't played
Dan-
this in quarantine,
Dan-
I highly suggest it.
Does it mean VR?
Dan
is
Reichert in the footage.
And his dog.
No, he's
very confused.
He's actually just streaming right now. I overlaid
Yeah.
it.
Oh, he's gonna
Type
disappear!
something in the chat and it'll
They
explode.
killed Dan!
I guess I didn't think of this as being this for a minute because okay, there you go.
Oh my god.
Because like if you don't have VR, then what do you do with it?
They've enhanced it.
You play multiplayer.
Yeah.
Multiplayer Tetris Effect!
Optimized
Hell yes.
single player. What's that? Whoa.
I'm super into that.
What's an
This is
optimized
literally
single
my
player?
only problem with that game.
Is that the single player wasn't optimized?
The whales were too smart.
Oh! I lost Twitch.
Ooh. Ooh.
Approaching orbit. Scans a no-go. Sure you want to drop here? Oh yeah. Already lacing up my boots back here. What we got? Another good-for-nothing space rock?
Wait, that's not a robot?
Hold on, let me check.
This looks like scrap mechanic.
Yeah.
Find anything good?
Wow, this is
effects. You're not gonna believe this.
Definitely the biggest game they've made so far.
Ouch! What the?
You have a robot arm. Why wouldn't you touch it with that?
Okay.
Music mansion tag.
Pretty big on vacuuming stuff up.
Yeah. I like to vacuum things, and I like a lot of sweeping time.
A lot of practice at it.
I think it's weird to outsource the development of a Blinks sequel. But...
Yeah, but who do you give that to internally anyway?
Fair enough.
Suck him up.
Oh man,
yeah,
that's fantastic.
Oh, that's great.
We've got
a great name.
We've got
How
the
long do you
gunk.
think they spent going like, should we call it SteamWorld Gunk? Like, no, right?
Just giant whiteboard. Somebody writes the gunk as big as they can. And
Oh shit! Are you
Gunk? But SteamWorld is gunk, and they're just like,
What is this? Took a few seconds to sync.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it.
That's video game name I've heard in a very long time.
That's awesome. And it looked good too.
Yeah.
Gunk.
It all starts.
I'm gonna be thinking about that for a while.
What's our game got in it? A lot of gunk.
Yeah, what are you doing?
They just started calling it that before they had a name for it, like all the gunk that you suck up, and then run with it.
And then
Am I gonna get a gunk sucker?
Anybody got the trademark on the gunk? No?
Get gunk this fall.
Weirdly enough, no one went for that.
every story has two sides. A regular, rational one.
I'm still thinking about that.
But also a darker and deeper.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that gunk.
Not unlike a nightmare. I can see
Got a
both.
fact sheet for Tetris Effect right here.
Worse. I can live them.
It's a real like Alan Wake vibe on this.
I guess I just never thought about Tetris coming to platforms that didn't have VR. Which is weird, because obviously you can play the game out of VR, but I just always associate that game so closely with VR.
Whoa. What does that mean? I'm not sure what that means.
It's the Titanfall level.
It's like a button you push to
like
toggle between them or something.
Back and forth.
Oh,
Two realities. They both suck ass.
Do you want gray or red gray?
Hey, there are two sides to every story, and they're both shitty.
Is this just Silent Hill, but not Silent Hill?
Quiet Knoll.
Don't do that. Don't. Switch back to the other reality.
No one needs
There's a bunch of gunk in there.
But it's a lowercase g gunk.
Switch back, switch back, switch back.
Yeah. The medium. Oh no, she's in trouble.
Oh, it's Bloober Team. Okay.
World premiere.
I'm never going to be able to say Bloober Team and not just chuckle, because, and considering the games they make, maybe that's not the best.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
What is happening?
What's up, y'all? We got bought.
For you, Jeff.
Is it, yeah, are they just going to bring PSO2 to... Yeah, because they've got a lot of content that's out in Japan that they've kind of been like rushing through.
Wait, is this what the Japanese version looks like, or is this like a new graphics pack or something? This is not what I remember PSO2 looking like.
Yeah.
Well, they've added new tile sets and other things to the game. Like they add new stuff, but I don't actually know. I don't have an answer for you yet. If this is just, hey, we're bringing...
It looks better.
It does, but it also looks... Nah, that map is in a different place.
Yeah, that's how you know this is
many maps on the
PSO3.
wrong side. This is...
Piano 3.
Yeah. But like the chat stuff looks the same. Like it's the same basic HUD at the bottom, but redesigned.
Look at all those numbers.
3.
It could be, but I bet that this is just expansion content for 2 and an announcement that it's going to come to Series X, which, like, of course it would. They're already this far in. Why stop now?
They just added grass.
Now!
Those other adventures you were on? Bullshit.
Not 8 years ago when the game first came out.
Right. Okay.
There's a new Genesis?
Free to play?
They gave out the old Genesis as a mag skin recently, so it only makes sense that they would have a new Genesis.
Luis Torres, I've seen your future. Global risk is scared of the weapon you will become.
This is Crossfire. Yeah, I guess they haven't shown the campaign on this at all. This is what Remedy's doing.
Destiny chose me to save this world.
Looks nice.
Yeah. Well, whatever this
I
is.
played a bit of the beta they had for the multiplayer, and it just seemed like a Counter-Strike knockoff that is apparently one of the most popular games in the world.
We make our own
in China or something.
Protect our own.
Can you protect me from fate?
What's the sci-fi bent?
It didn't really have one in the multiplayer that much. It was just kind of
17 seconds.
So wait, is Remedy just making the campaign?
Faster. That's pretty sci-fi.
Is Remedy just doing the campaign?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
If we're getting
Soon,
a Fable, we're getting down to
the
it.
world will burn, all because of him.
I mean, that would be a thing I would see them closing with if they were going to do it.
Sure.
The ghost is here!
Fable 3 the last Fable that actually shipped?
Yeah, well, there was some XBLA thing.
They did that remake of 1, or like that remaster of 1 or whatever.
It's not on rails. Not on rails. Not on rails.
Oh yeah, Fable the Journey, I guess, was probably the last actual Fable
Today,
game.
Sign this
you
white.
saw
That game was on
10
rails. Sign this
world
white.
premieres and 22 console launch
It would be
exclusives.
amazing if they just closed
Game
with
Pass
Crossfire
members
X. That would
can
be
play
a real.
every game you have seen today from Xbox Game Studios and all of our partners in the subscription.
They really
or
like that
free
shot
to
of the
play.
Warthog
This
drifting.
is
Oh,
just a
that
peek
means
at
Tetris is
some
on
of the new
Game
titles
Pass even.
coming to Xbox
Yep.
Series X. And some of the games you already love and some you have yet to play will also be optimized for Xbox Series X. Games like Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, and Sea of Thieves. You'll get the next-gen upgrades at no additional cost when they launch. You can expect a lineup of over 100 titles for Xbox Series X this holiday season. With Series X and Game Pass, Xbox is the place to play, and you are at the center of everything we do. Now, you may have noticed we didn't get to visit all of our Xbox game studios today. That means we'll have more to share later this year. But until then, here's one more thing.
Minecraft World
My dog.
Premiere.
The Gunk 2. I'm ready for it.
Get gunkier.
Gunk snacks.
Yeah, this is Fable.
Somehow, this is Forza Horizon 5.
The world is filled
It takes place in the Fable universe.
of legendary heroes.
Is this fairy just going to start farting?
Oi! A fantastical
Well, they're not going grimdark with it, it seems. So at least
not
it's
yet.
that.
Not yet. Yeah, no, this
Where
could be a bait
nature-
and switch.
Or
They're gonna
steps on that thing and goes.
Or she hits like a car going down a road. Well, there you go.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Not all stories have happy
Fable logo cut to black.
but yours has yet to be written.
Was that it?
Oh,
Is
man.
that one of you guys who farted?
I was kind of hoping for more than that.
Me too.
That's not a. I mean, obviously, that's not a this year game. So
I guess not. I wanted to see what that looked like.
Yeah, for as long as that's been rumored to be in development, I would have thought that would have been a more substantial.
Yeah, like
reveal.
CG trailer and then just Fable.
Right.
let's show it again, just so everyone knows. Fairy died.
On the upside, I guess that means we want a new Fable game.
Gunk.
I think so. I think I'm ready.
Do you know if they have an after show deeper dive?
No,
in
they
anything?
had a big. I don't know. I mean, they had a big pre-show that announced a bunch of stuff, so I'm not sure.
So much for the after show.
This looks like a fun trailer to cut.
Someone just hands you all the assets that they're going to show and say, I don't know, cut this together into something.
Yeah, like a fun song.
Them drops.
Yeah.
All right, show some people screaming, show the warthog drifting. There you go.
Some gunk.
Is there a way to just automatically like beat match the song and just sync all your edits to that?
Oh, I bet there's a plugin for that.
Totally a plugin for that now, right?
Yeah.
Games.
Well, I like
Jan says there totally is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for streaming. That was
Thank
fun.
you for thanking me.
That's games. I thought Halo looks a lot like a lot of fun. I'm curious.
It looks like Halo.
What that multiplayer is, if that's like drop into your. Is there a difference between a single player and a multiplayer world? Are you all different Master Chiefs? Like what is that?
Oh, you mean for co-op?
Yeah. Wonder if you could just jump in and like help me run around that environment. Or if it
I would
loads-
assume so.
Yeah, they wouldn't ship a Halo without co-op, right?
That drop in, drop out co-op experience. That
Yeah.
seems like what the expectation is now.
Yeah.
I'll keep this up for a little bit here on this black screen just to see if they switch over to anything. And if they don't, I will take it down. That's my plan going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Caravella promise.
I'll tell you what. I break that promise. I'm going to go over to us and then switch back if something comes up. That was, I think that was fun. That was like a romp through video games. I think the stuff they showed, I don't think like shows as, hey, you need to get an Xbox Series X looking stuff. It just like on the bar of the PS5 stuff where that Ratchet gameplay demo thing, it wasn't actually there was gameplay in there, was like, man, PS5 looks rad as fuck, let's say.
Yeah.
I think this stuff looks very, very good, but not on that same level.
I think I think for me it was like I wanted more from the big names, I guess. Like they pre-promoted Halo, but I would have thought going in that, like, hey, we're gonna have a similar length of presentation for Fable, for Forza, for things of that tier of first party. And not having that, then you start to wonder, like, okay, when is any of this stuff shipping? Which I think is the thing that, like, I eventually came away from the Sony thing with, was like, oh, when you break down the dates or lack thereof, the Sony 2020 dates or the Sony 2020 games came off as slightly thin at that point. So,
I think the services stuff, I think, was if you're able to absorb it all, I'm sure there will be a list. I think a lot of that stuff coming to Game Pass, a lot of that stuff being available if you're a Game Pass subscriber. The what do they call it on the two consoles? The smart delivery stuff.
Smart delivery. Yeah.
All that stuff, which they have a lot going on. I kind of need to see a chart to see what is coming to Game Pass right away, what is coming console exclusive. There's a lot shown there. So, but it.
Yeah.
I feel good having
update
being
here.
a Game Pass subscriber.
A quick update here on Tetris Effect Connected. That is also going to be a free update on PS4, PC, and the Oculus Quest.
But I believe a year later, right?
It said summer 2021 is when the free update is happening.
So it's I don't know when. Does it say when the Xbox version's coming out?
It's on Xbox platforms this holiday, is what it says.
Okay. So like a 6-month period or something like that before it's out on the other
So,
versions.
I wonder if that means you have to buy it. You probably have to buy it for PS5, even if you own it on PS4, right? That's what I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess that won't swing over.
That seems like it's
Sony,
something that
Sony said it's up to developers, so it could.
Yeah,
kind of going through the emails here to see if there's any additional details on some of these games. Here's a Warhammer press release. PC and Xbox Series X in 2021 is on Steam. 4-player co-op, the 41st Millennium.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be in 40K.
Yeah.
40K.
The Gunk.
Uh-huh.
The Gunk will be Series X, Xbox One, and PC fall 2021.
Okay. So that's a year away.
Yeah.
What's anything there just running down quickly that jumps out as 2020 or like holiday 2020?
That's kind of what I'm like
Scanning.
clicking through, but I didn't actually get that many emails about stuff.
I just
Let's
discovered
see.
something deeply distressing.
Okay.
Please
Okay.
go ahead.
I didn't notice it when it was on the stream, but the trailer song for the Crossfire X campaign was a slowed down cover of X Gonna Give It to You.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. That's
It is
distressing.
a moody sung version of X Gonna Give It to You.
That's bold. That's bold.
Then they
upsetting.
were able to sneak that one in there. They win this round, Alex. They
Sure,
they
yeah.
got you.
They
won.
got one past us. So congratulations. They've
need to
muddied
retire.
the vocals enough to make it slip through. I guess there was a new Yuji Naka game announced this morning.
Oh,
Balan Wonderworld.
Okay.
3D action platformer, Square Enix published.
Huh.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah, I've been seeing
that's-
a few trailers going around.
Yeah, also part of the stuff they announced previous to this show was Dragon Quest 11S. Hell to Neighbor 2, of course.
That's going to Game Pass, right? 11S or
I believe so, yeah. And some ID at Xbox stuff, 12 minutes was shown. I don't necessarily think that all this stuff is Game Pass per se, but
A game called Echo Generation that got announced that looks pretty cool.
all right.
What's that?
Seen some people talking about it. A turn-based adventure game about a gang of kids investigating supernatural occurrences,
Oh,
battling monsters and mechs to save their hometown. Oh wow, yeah, it's like a strategy RPG looking thing.
turn-based. You said
That looks
that, right?
cool.
It's like
Yes.
Is it like an XCOM-ish or like a JRPG turn? What kind of turn-based am I looking at here?
Sort of JRPG-ish looking.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. So not a tactical strategy.
Steam,
No,
just Steam page for Halo Infinite.
I'll throw that trailer in the chat.
So PSO2 New Genesis is so Xbox Wire updated with their kind of press release type stuff also. This says online action RPG Phantasy Star Online 2, well known for its unparalleled character customization and battle action which captivated the world. Which is not a sentence. Today we are announcing latest entry to the this is on the Xbox Wire. Today we are announcing latest entry to the PSO2 universe called Phantasy Star Online 2: New Genesis. That's it. That's all they have.
All right.
all right.
But it's in the area of it's in the world premieres section of the post, as opposed to updates on existing games. Though I guess Tetris is also in there too. Even though I guess Tetris is new to Xbox, so. But calling an updated version of Tetris Effect a world premiere seems technically accurate. Technically,
Multiplayer stuff. Seems
yes,
all right.
totally. It's.
That's
I'm
cool.
not saying that game looks bad in any way. Like of course, bring it on. But
I'm very excited for that. It's a shame that they had to juice Dan to create it, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
yeah.
Is there a date for Halo Infinite? Is that launching with the
Holiday
Yeah,
2020.
Okay.
I would guess November. Probably.
Yeah. They just have it listed as holiday here.
It's probably out the same day as the Series X, right?
Yeah, you would assume. Yeah.
So weird. I mean, like I knew intuitively that there would be a Steam page for that game, but it's still really weird looking at it right now.
Right.
So do we
So
know? If
here we go. Let's
that's,
run down the games here that have dates, no dates.
Okay.
Halo Infinite, Holiday 2020.
Okay.
As Dusk Falls has no date. Avowed has no date. Fable has no date. Forza has no date.
Oh.
The Gunk has no date here, but their press release pegged it as 2021. PSO2 New Genesis is listed as 2021. Stalker has no date here. State of Decay 3 has no date here. Tetris Effect Connected Holiday 2020. Warhammer Darktide 2021. Crossfire X 2020. Destiny 2 Beyond Light November 10th 2020. Everwild no date. Grounded July 28th 2020. The Medium
Which one was
Holiday
that?
2020.
Sorry, what was the last
Grounded?
one?
Grounded, the Obsidian game.
Yes.
With
The Tiny Shrunk Kids.
Okay.
So that's what is that? Next week? Yeah, next Tuesday.
Yeah, it is next week.
Wasn't that? Didn't they? It wasn't like one of the last events that we got invited to a trip to LA to see this thing, to see Grounded.
Maybe?
I think it was.
I don't know if I got that. They did do like a tech test sort of alpha thing at some point.
Yeah. Outer Worlds DLC September 9th. Psychonauts 2 no date. Like at this point, come on. Tell Me Why August 27th. Balan Wonderworld no date. Dragon Quest 11S December 4th 2020. Echo Generation 2021. Exo Mecha 2021. Hello Neighbor 2 no date. Watch Dogs Legion no date. I guess they showed a little bit of Watch Dogs Legion during the Keeley block. And then Holiday 2020 dates for the optimized versions of existing games: Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, Gears Tactics, Ori, and Sea of Thieves.
Okay, so that's like at launch, we assume, or in the launch window.
Yeah, in the launch window, it just says Holiday 2020 for that stuff. Previously announced Xbox Series X optimized games. Games showcase today. All right, so these are also smart delivery games, I guess. That's Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Bright Memory Infinite, Call of the Sea from Raw Fury, Chorus from Deep Silver, Dirt 5, Madden, Scarlet Nexus, Scorn, Second Extinction, The Ascent, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, Watch Dogs Legion, and Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Wait, Madden's in that smart delivery list?
Yeah. Which they changed their stuff. They originally were going to have like a 90-day window for smart delivery or something, but then they extended it to a full year, which I guess at that point qualifies it for
smart.
Oh, you know what? This is a list of Xbox Series X optimized games.
Okay, not necessarily smart delivery TM.
Many confirmed, noted below with an asterisk to take advantage of smart delivery. Oh, okay. So with that in mind, Madden is not technically smart delivery. Okay. Bright Memory Infinite, Scorn, all those ones are the not smart delivery games. It's a lot to keep track of with this, and it seems like they have written this stuff in a way that does not make it easier to keep track of that stuff.
Yeah, this launch feels fluid in a way that feels different than other launches. Where a lot of these games, I have no idea, honestly. I would say probably 50% or over 50% whether they are even coming to the next generation or they're just launching. Like when they come out, is there a version that's for the Xbox Series X slated to come out, or an upgrade path on it, or like stuff that's coming out in September and October, even some stuff that's coming out in the holiday. Like I feel like in the past, when a game is coming to the next generation and you know that it's not coming to the current generation. And there's a lot of bleed.
Right, but the backwards compatibility stuff has made it a really blurry line where technically everything's coming to Xbox Series X. And that's why they were out there a while ago with like, there'll be 1,000 games on day one. And you're like, okay. It seems
like a real tough line for them to walk, where on the one hand, they're saying like, we built the fastest console in history. And on the other hand, it's like, but all the games will run on your old one. You know what I mean? It's like,
right. Totally. I think like they're it's kind of a weird commitment to
roboting out here big time. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
No, I can hear you.
We can.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, wow, everybody went robot. Sorry.
Well,
I didn't hear anything you said.
I think like the announcement they made a little while ago saying like, hey, we're going to keep supporting the Xbox One for a little while here. I think that makes it even less clean, where you want that hard cut about like, I want a Halo that is built balls to the wall for the new console. And that's what they said here today. And it looks fine, whatever. But like, there's that thing in the back of your head of just like, oh, well, this will run on an Xbox One X. I already have one of those. I mean, but you always had those. Right, exactly. It also run on PC. So, and I think that's the other thing. Like, not to be shitty, like when they get out and say like, "Hey, we're going to do a version of Ori that runs way better." It's like you already did. It's called the PC version.
Yeah, it sounds dismissive, but I had restrained myself during that pitch from saying like you can kind of play it that way on a PC right now.
Right,
sounds like,
exactly.
It sounds like they're doing more work to it than that, but
yeah,
a version of that experience is out there.
Right. And I would assume that some of that stuff would, if there is new work that they're doing, whether it was on the audio side or some of the other stuff they were talking about, I would expect that also comes to the PC version.
I hope
right?
so.
I mean,
definitely.
It's not crazy to assume that, right?
Yeah. Also, like in fairness to them, like to get a game of like the scope of Halo Infinite that was made for this hardware exclusively, it would not come out for another 3-4 years. Like the exclusive games we would be getting on Xbox Series X are like Rise, right? Like just real thin, thin action games that they could make in 18 months or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know if is that with the architecture and the kind of step up architecture that they're hopefully not reinventing the wheel on some of this.
Yeah, but I think console specs are such a moving target until that's 18 months, 2 years before launch. You just can't
dial it in
for everything.
Okay. Yeah, maybe, and also with some of the way they're talking about, especially on Sony's side and Microsoft's as well, the ability to stream stuff in a little faster and how to build that, and if that's a moving target, I can see that being very hard. But turning the knob to more powerful, hopefully a little easier this time around, since it sounds like some of the architecture is a little more PC based than the kind of eccentric stuff we had in the past in some consoles. The wild stuff. The days of the cell are gone. I liked it. I thought it was fun. I think just in terms of, I think the games look fun. I think in terms of next generation pizzazz and wow, I think that's Sony, whether it's smoke and mirrors, whether it's not, whether it's games coming out in 2025, whether it's games coming out in this year, I think the Sony one got me the most excited for a new generation. I think these games look like a lot of fun. I want to play them. But I think probably most of the people here will wind up with hands on both of these new consoles in one way or another anyway. Hopefully. I don't know. I guess if we're not back in the office, I got to make some real big decisions on the $2,000 I want to drop on this stuff.
Right.
Or at least once we get the prices for this stuff. You think they'll launch on the same day?
No.
I bet close together.
I bet they'll go out of their way to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Give them a week or something like that. Like that's typically... I'm trying to think, that's the closest two consoles have ever launched together was like a week with GameCube and Xbox. Was even like PS4 and Xbox One were pretty close, weren't they?
I think PS3 and Wii were like right on top. Like I want to say I went to New York for the Wii and PS3 launches on the same trip.
They were like on top of each other, pretty close. Maybe that's the closest one. Then maybe that's.
We got to be. Like within the next month, we got to start hearing those prices, right?
Yeah,
like they got to get those pre-orders up soon. I would
think August is the drop dead deadline.
And I think there's probably just still some more services stuff I keep thinking we're gonna get and then not getting, which they said this was gonna be games only, but they also, with them kind of discontinuing the 12-month Xbox Live Gold subscription, I figure the other shoe on that is them finally saying hey, we're gonna drop the gold requirement for playing online, or hey, you should subscribe to Game Pass, basically finally rolling that up and saying we're not gonna do gold anymore, we're putting some of these benefits into Game Pass, we're putting some, like that sort of thing. Because I just, especially Microsoft, when you look at them committing to putting all these games on the PC, which is not going to support a paid online multiplayer thing. So, and as they go into this crossplay, all this other stuff, why would they hamstring the Xbox players by saying, no, just because you spent all this money on our console, thank you very much, now you have to pay us extra money to play on the internet. It just doesn't make sense anymore. Logically, Xbox Live Gold as a concept, I think, is broken. So I feel like them discontinuing the long-time subscription is them slowly moving towards the announcement of just no, you should get Game Pass because it'll have xCloud, it'll have all this other stuff, and anyone can play online no matter what.
Do you think the Game Pass would be a separate thing than the ability to play online? You don't think the ability to play online would be rolled into Game Pass?
Right. Yeah, I think that because I just think like logically, like how do you make that argument? How do you make that argument in terms of like anyone on PC can play for free, and then the people who go out of their way to like spend money on Microsoft's console are then saddled with this additional extra hurdle? I think it hasn't made sense for a long time, and like this is the time now that they have another services story to tell over here with Game Pass, and that's been getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And they've been rolling all that stuff together with Game Pass Ultimate and all that sort of stuff anyway. Like that's the direction they've kind of been moving towards. So I think they just kind of need to, and they probably won't just get out and maybe they'll get out and announce it because that's kind of a big deal, I guess, to say like, hey,
or say you don't have to pay for multiplayer anymore.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's huge. Yeah, like just from a hearts and minds perspective to say that you don't have to do that on the Xbox and you do on the PS5.
Right.
That's a big one.
Like PlayStation Plus is already becoming less appealing.
Yeah, like they pulled like you're getting less free games every month than you were on that thing, and you're still paying for like cloud save storage on there.
Yeah, the PlayStation Plus story is a strange one as well, and that's the other thing I keep wondering is like, are they going to get deeper into the PlayStation Now stuff? And will they ever commit to anything similar to Game Pass? Like, do they look at Game Pass and go like, we need to do that? Or do they look at it and go like, we're too into this idea of selling these games for $60? Like, we cannot do that. Or like, I wonder where Sony's at on that stuff. If they could even match it right now, if they even feel the need to match it, I guess. But yeah, I think that's the thing I feel like I'm waiting for is like the here are the changes to the services. They've kind of like they've hinted at it, or they guess they just kind of came out and confirmed like, hey, Game Pass subscribers can play xCloud stuff. Like there you go. Like which is the thing I feel like last E3 was kind of where they were at with that stuff. They just weren't necessarily coming right out and saying it plainly.
It's it feels like a very big swing for Microsoft in this generation. I feel like they are, between buying up all the studios to get stuff in-house and trying to make stuff for the Series X and having the crossover with the Xbox One. It's a big swing. The Game Pass stuff feels like a very big swing in terms of the free stuff they've been launching. I mean, that I would love to also someday hear the economics on that with launching games on Game Pass and the paid subscription, the DLC, and all that stuff.
You have a handful of small developers say that Game Pass has been very good for them, both on the Game Pass side and on the exposure that leads to further game sales side.
We get that question a lot. Like people ask, like, "Hey, are developers being compensated for all these kind of all-in-one subscription things?" And I feel like Game Pass is the only one where that information actually filters back to us of hearing. Like, yeah, that one's actually pretty good to people.
Yeah. So I think that stuff is big. I think this is potentially a very big move. It sounds like they are taking this very seriously and taking a lot of big substantive approaches at Microsoft for this generation, where I think Sony seems like they're making a next generation console, and it feels like Microsoft is really trying to reposition themselves as a stronger leader in this space.
Like top down at Microsoft, just like the strategy has shifted to services generally over the last few years, right? And like they are the last I checked, the second biggest cloud compute provider in the world. So they've got that up their sleeve. They can do a lot on the server end there. They have deep enough pockets. They have deep enough pockets to be able to do things like, you can lock in 2 years of Game Pass Ultimate for $1 right now.
Yes,
and then play all of our first party releases for the next 2 years essentially for free.
But honestly, when it comes down to it, it's, and I feel like I'm not alone here. At the end of the day, it's like, what game do I want to play? Who's got the best version of the game I want to play, whether it's on PC, PS5, or Xbox One? What's going to get me the best experience? All things being equal, right? $4,000 in the hole on gaming software or gaming hardware, right? It's all on my front desk. It's really, where do I want to play? Where are my friends playing this game? Are the two questions that I usually just wind up asking myself. Is the PC version there?
That's the question. But that's the question that's only getting easier over time too, right? As crossplay becomes more and more of a standard.
The second part, for sure.
Like the where are you going to play? Because I feel like this generation was largely defined by. And a lot of online generations, have been like, I'm going to get the console where my friends are because we're going to play these games together. And if that is then kind of largely removed from the equation, it really does start to boil down to who's got better games. And the answer is that both consoles and PC will have 90% of these games.
Yes.
Right. Obviously the PC will always have way more in a weird way because it's the PC. But and Sony will have its first party games that you can only play on a PS5.
Right. Which is probably
and
for
then-
me like 10 games a year, maybe like 10 if that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems
That's
like
actually sound high.
a high number.
Like if you count small games, like smaller
Yeah,
studios.
they do.
Yeah,
They do some downloadable stuff.
Yeah, I don't just mean like the Naughty Dog stuff and
Sure.
the Santa Monica stuff. There's big and small, but it's probably
like Tetris Effect was PS4 only at first, right?
yes for sure.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't even mean timed exclusives. I mean they have smaller things, but that's 10 games maybe out from a year out of hundreds of games that come out on the PC and consoles. So yes, that
You
is-
have to really. It's a lot of the same argument that people have about buying a Switch or not. It's like you need to care about those specific games, and in the case of Nintendo, a lot of people do. And you look at the sales numbers for like Last of Us 2 and stuff like that. Like a lot of people care about those games as well. So, like I think that's a good differentiator for Sony. Is like, hey, we put out a lot of these first party games, and they're only here. Whereas Microsoft's story is strange because on one hand, they bought all these studios, and clearly they're trying to build a stronger first party portfolio, but it doesn't quite work the same way because you can get it all on Game Pass and you could theoretically play it on a PC, and they kind of don't care. I think that's the interesting thing is like they've and it's like they didn't do great with the Xbox One. Like that's why you're seeing all this stuff, right? It's because like Xbox One was so poorly positioned for where the market was heading, and whether it was from a power perspective, and by the time they got to the Xbox One X, it was kind of too late in a way. It was like people kind of have spoken and they're into the PS4. And it seems like they're determined to not make that mistake again, but not only from we're going to make sure that our power story is straight at launch, but also from we don't even care because we've got it. Oh, you play it on PC, you sign up for the subscription service, like buy an Xbox, don't buy an Xbox, like fuck it. Like
Right.
it's an interesting.
Well, they don't
like-
care. Honestly, like I think I've said this before. I really feel like it comes down to the money you spend once you're in the game. It's the microtransactions and it's the cut that they get for the services. Like when I buy stuff in Sea of Thieves, it doesn't matter if I'm buying that on my PC or on an Xbox because that money is money no matter what. And I think the same thing probably with Game Pass stuff. So many games have.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, so many games just have in-game purchases, and that's the platform at that point.
I mean, they're even doing the same thing on the Windows side. Like you can practically run Windows 10 for free at this point because they just want to get you in their ecosystem and then start monetizing you 8 different ways.
Yeah,
same thing with Xbox.
And I bet on some level, like players that are getting except for the Game Pass thing's weird, right? Because on one hand, because you didn't spend money on the game, you may be more likely to spend money on cosmetics and DLC and some of that other stuff that doesn't really come as part of the Game Pass download. But then what if the game gets removed from the service? Then you're like on the hook. And they I guess when a game leaves, they give you a deal on the game. They're like, oh, if you want to keep playing it, we'll sell it to you for 10%, 20%, whatever it is. So there's like, they do that, but it does put you in this weird bind of like, they're pulling it off the service. And I spent $30 on all this DLC. And I guess I still want to use that DLC. So I should buy the game. Obviously that's just for third party stuff. Like, but
that's right. I mean, that is a business model for sure.
Sure, definitely.
Well, so we'll hear more. I would assume at the very latest. There's a Gamescom coming up at the end of August. I'm sure we will hear more from both Sony and Microsoft before then. Something, if not price, then some news. And then
theoretically, Xbox has a whole other console to announce, right? I mean.
Yes.
Theoretically.
Yeah,
That's
theoretically.
the word.
So we'll see how that goes. But thanks everybody for joining us. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
If you're watching this live, you can stay tuned on giantbomb.com/live for more stuff. I don't know what's coming up next. You guys know what's coming up next? Jason. Otherwise, if you're watching live as well, we will be doing the Beastcast tomorrow morning. We'll be doing it live. Catch it in the morning if you're on the East Coast. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm going to queue up this black screen to fade to. Thanks for joining us. And we'll see you. Bye, everybody.